If you keep getting stuck in half guard passing, the problem usually is not that you do not know a pass. The problem is that half guard gives the bottom player too many ways to slow you down. They can frame your head, recover the knee shield, get an underhook, connect to butterfly half, scoop your leg, force deep half, or make you feel like you are close to passing while they are actually rebuilding their guard the entire time. That is the exact problem Gordon Ryan's systematically attacking the guard, half guard. Passing is built around. This is Gordon Ryan's half guard, passing instructional on BJJ Fanatics. It costs $349, and by the end of this review, I will give it a clear rating out of 10. But the real question is whether this course is worth the money, who should actually study it, and whether it gives you something you can bring into live training, instead of just a long list of techniques you forget after one watch. The biggest value of this course is that Gordon does not treat half guard like one position with one answer. He breaks down high knee shield, low knee shield, butterfly half guard, lockdown problems, deep half, scoop grips, underhooks, chest to chest passing, back steps, leg riding, body lock passing, kimuras, darcies, guillotines, and then he includes rolling footage and commentary so you can see the ideas show up against real resistance. That matters because half guard passing usually fails in the transitions between positions. A lot of people can pass when the bottom player is flat, but they do not know what to do when the bottom player is on their side, framing, hiding the underhook, controlling the leg, or switching from knee shield to butterfly half. Gordon's main strength here is that he explains those reactions and gives you a way to keep moving forward without losing control. The chest-to-chest section is one of the strongest parts of the instructional. Gordon spends a lot of time on carrying body weight, using the cranial shift, controlling the head and hips, beating frames, and stopping the bottom player from turning back onto their side. This is where the course becomes very practical, because half guard passing is not only about freeing your trapped leg. If you free your leg while the bottom player still has frames, an underhook, and space to turn, you may have technically passed for a second, but you have not really controlled the position. Gordon's approach is to remove movement first, then pass, and that is a very important idea for anyone who keeps getting stuck in scrambles after they think they already passed. The knee shield material is probably the part most people will care about right away. Gordon separates high knee shield, low knee shield, cross shoulder posts, double shoulder posts, stuffing methods, rising methods, hip switching methods, and attacks from the position when the pass is not clean. This is important because knee shield is one of the most common guards people use to stop pressure passing. If your only answer is to push the knee down and try to smash through it, you will run into problems against anyone decent. Gordon gives you a more complete way to understand what the knee shield is doing, what the upper body frames are doing, and how to pick the correct response based on the position. The butterfly half guard sections are also very important for modern no-gi jiu-jitsu. Butterfly half guard is dangerous because the bottom player is not only defending, they are creating lift, off-balancing you, entering the legs, forcing you to post, and making your pressure feel unstable. Gordon covers V-grips, scoop grips, knee direction, high tripod passing, hip switches, reverse underhooks, mount entries, and how to stop the butterfly hook from becoming a serious problem. This is one of the parts where you can see the course is made for real training, because butterfly half guard is not a rare position. And if you do not understand how to control the hips and stop the hook, you will feel like you are close to passing right before you get swept or forced into a leg entanglement. The deep half and scoop grip material gives the course another layer. Deep half is one of those positions where the top player can feel heavy and still be in danger because the bottom player is underneath the hips and attacking the balance. Gordon talks about denying ankle exposure, peeling scoop grips, stopping roll-throughs, countering passovers, using kimura conversions, stepping over the head, and moving to standing passing when that makes more sense. This may not be the flashiest part of the course, but it is very valuable because these are the positions where many people panic from the top. Another strong part of the instructional is that Gordon does not separate passing from attacking. He shows kimuras, guillotines, darcies, leg entries, mount transitions, backstep options, and ways to punish the bottom player when they overcommit to defending the pass. That matters because good passing is not always a straight line to side control. Sometimes the submission threat makes the pass easier. Sometimes the pass threat opens the submission. And sometimes the bottom player has to choose between staying flat and giving up the pass, or turning and exposing their neck, arm, or back. If this is the kind of half-guard passing game you want to build, the link to the full instructional is in the description and pinned in the comments, so you can open the course page, check the sections, and decide if it fits your game. Also, BJJ Fanatics often runs big discount codes and sales, so before you buy anything at full price, check the website, the sale, banner, or the checkout page for any active code. The biggest positive of this course is depth. One review I found called it 10 out of 10 and said it became the basis of their close passing, and I can understand why. This is not a random pile of moves. It is a full half-guard passing system with answers for positions that actually happen in live training. It gives you ideas for chest-to-chest passing, knee shield passing, butterfly half-guard, deep half, scoop grips, underhook battles, body locks, back steps, leg rides, and submission threats. If half-guard is a position you run into every week, there is a lot here that can immediately change your rounds. The biggest negative is also the depth. This course is very long, and at $349, it is not a casual purchase. Gordon explains a lot, and that is useful if you want detail, but it can feel heavy if you are looking for a fast, simple answer. This is not the kind of instructional you watch once and fully absorb. It is something you study in pieces. If you try to watch all of it in 1 or 2 sittings, you will probably miss the most important details because there is too much information. I would recommend this instructional to serious students, competitors, coaches, and anyone who already knows that half-guard passing is a weak part of their game. If you keep getting slowed down by knee shield, butterfly half, deep half, scoop grips, or underhooks, this course gives you a very complete way to study those problems. I would especially recommend it to people who like close passing and pressure passing, because Gordon's approach is based on control, weight, inside position, and denying the bottom player's movement before finishing the pass. I would avoid this instructional if you are brand new to Jiu-Jitsu, if you do not understand the basic half-guard positions yet, or if you only want one quick pass you can try tonight. It may be too much if you are still learning the difference between knee shield, butterfly half, and deep half. I would also avoid it if you hate detailed instruction and only want short technique videos. Gordon's teaching is very detail heavy, and that is exactly why the course is valuable. But it also means it is not for everyone. For price and value, $349 is expensive. So I would not tell everyone to buy it without thinking. For a casual hobbyist training once or twice a week, it may be too much unless there is a big sale. But for a serious grappler who trains regularly, competes, teaches, or already studies instructionals, the value is much easier to justify because half-guard is everywhere. You will run into knee shield, butterfly half, underhooks, scoop grips, and people trying to get under your hips all the time. So this is not a rare position you might use once every few months. My final rating is 9 out of 10. It is not a perfect 10 because the price is high, the course is very long, and the pacing can feel heavy if you are not ready to study. But as a serious half-guard passing instructional, it is one of the most complete resources you can get. The best way to use it is not to watch all 10 volumes like entertainment. Pick the exact problem you are having in training, study that part, test it in live rounds, and then come back when the next problem appears. If the problems from this review sound like the same problems you keep running into during training, the link to the full instructional is in the description and pinned in the comments, so you can check the full course page before you spend the money. And again, BJJ Fanatics often has big discount codes, so check the website for any active sale or checkout code before buying, because you may not need to pay the full listed price. Subscribe if you want honest Jiu-Jitsu instructional reviews before you buy, so you can see what is actually inside the course, what fits your game, what is worth studying, and what you should probably skip before spending your money.